here? Yes. When I say yes, you say yes. Yes? Yes, that's right. So she did introduce me as your intimacy coach. There's a lot of folks out there that are a little dry in the waters, but I'm here to teach you and talk about loving yourself through, right? And I know you're thinking, through what? What am I loving myself through? Some of you right now, I don't know who it is and who this message is for, may be going through some things. And I think we all spend a little bit of our life going through the valley, right? That's what the word says. It says, yea, though I walk through the valley. And some of us get in the valley and we get stuck. We kind of stay there. And I'll admit it, I was going through some things. Me and my husband decided that this wasn't the thing. Let's just walk away, call it this, cut ties, it'd be fine, right? So I'm scheduled to do this event, and I said, you know what, Miss Precious, I got stuff going on. I can't do this thing. She's like, girl, bye. People need to know that even as coaches, you go through a transition in life. And I'm like, but I'm not ready to reveal my truth like that, sis. She was like, that's the reason why you need to reveal your truth like that, sis. And I was like, oh, as the tears rolled down my face, you're right. I do need to reveal who I am and what needs to happen. So as I was going through the process of preparing for today, but also going through the process of life, I understood one thing, is that I needed to heal, right? Nobody tells you how to do the healing. They just say, go do it, right? They line you up and say, you need to go heal. You need to heal. You need to take time and heal. And you're just like, the truth be told, how am I supposed to do that? Because if I knew how to heal, I probably wouldn't be in the space that I'm in, right? Right. So I'm going to show you how to get through the healing part, right? Step number one. If you got pen and paper, I want you to write this down. Step number one is to admit the fact that you're broken. Some of us are walking around broken children in adult bodies. We don't understand why we're going through the things that we're going through. You've been crying out for years. It's sort of like, I like the story in the Bible about the woman for 12 years with the issue of blood and the little girl he goes to save in the same passage, right? I believe that those two are one. I don't believe that they're two different, a woman and a child. I believe that there's the child inside that woman. So for 12 years, the issue of blood is literally, she had her period for 12 years. Can you imagine? Because I had it for 4 days and I be tripping. You understand what I'm saying? This woman had a period for 12 years. Years. That means, if you think about it from a perspective of what the womb is, right? We take a seed, we incubate it, and 9 months later we produce a child. And that child goes out and does whatever that seed had, whatever was in that fruit, it produces that thing and it produces that child, and then that child goes out and becomes that thing, right? So for 12 years, she couldn't get a seed. She couldn't get a promise. She couldn't get an idea to settle in her spirit and produce anything. So if you've ever gone through life and you couldn't produce anything, like for me, I have a garden. But for the love of God, I can't get mint to grow. I just can't get mint to grow. I bought bushes of mint at the grocery store. I went to the farmer's market. I bought bushes of mint from the seed, and I cannot get mint to grow for the life of me. But that doesn't mean I don't have other things that grow. So if you can imagine going through life for 12 years without something being able to grow in your life, you're going to go from doctor to doctor to doctor, just like she did. And she spent hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars at that time, which was a lot of money, right? If you understand that fact, that even in the midst of her going through the issue of blood, she came to a consensus. After 12 years, it took her 12 years. I don't want this to take you 12 years, brothers and sisters and brothers. I don't want this to take 12 years for you. Number one is to admit that you had a problem. She admitted she had a problem, but she also admitted that she needed to go get help. And there was only one person that could help her, and that was Jesus. And really, when we think about it, is that Jesus did not save her. It was her faith that saved her. So it was herself. And at some point, you have got to stand up for yourself. And that's the step one. You've got to admit to yourself that you, one, can't do this, but two, you need this. You need to touch the hem of a garment. You need to go walking by faith and not by sight. You need to understand that what you're going through life for the last 12 years, 2 months, or 2 days, that if you don't get right, if you don't get what you need, you're never going to be able to formulate that idea. You're never going to be able to be what you're supposed to be your best self. You understand what I'm saying here? Admit that you're broken so that you can start the healing process. It's okay to be 50 and confused. Ain't nobody say you have to have a timeline. Shoot, Colonel Sanders didn't start making money till he was 70. Relax. It's okay to not have it all together. It's okay to be financially broken at 45 because you can get it together. You hear what I'm saying? It's okay. You put so much pressure on yourself that you worry yourself to death. God said, I did not give you a spirit of fear. What you worrying for? If you know that 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 you know, what you worrying for? Come on. Step number 2. I told you I'm giving you a lesson. I'm being real quick. They gave me a timeline, so here's the deal. Number 2. Next thing you want to do is you want to change your thoughts. Now, thought mastery is a whole idea. It takes a long period of time to do. But you need to not change your thoughts in the sense of, you know what, I'm great, I'm wonderful, and we go through this pity-patter idea. But you need to change the way that you identify who you are, right? Because we say, well, whose I am, I'm a child of God, and all those things, but you don't believe that. Because if you believed that you was a child of God, you wouldn't be where you are. You wouldn't have the insecurities that you have. If you believe that you were a child of God, right? When I say yes, you say yes. Yes? Yes. But when you know who you are, say to yourself, I am what? Because when you say I am tired, guess what? You're tired. When you say I am broke, guess what? You're broke. But when you say I am healed, guess what? You are healed. And some of us are so afraid to be the thing in which we wish to be because we don't know what we would be without the struggle. The struggle sometimes defines you, and at some point you have got to find another definition for yourself. And until you find the right definition for you, you are continuously going to be defined as that. When other people who have never met you before, you don't know you from a can of paint, they spend 2 minutes with you and can tell you exactly who you are just by the words that you speak about yourself. So when you decide that you want to redefine who you are, step number 2, who am I? Right now, homework assignment, for those who are going to watch this a little bit later, homework assignment. I want you to write down who you are. Say, I am what? I am a good wife, I'm a good mother, I'm a good cook, I'm a loyal person. What is it you want to be? Not who you are today. Because who you are today, you might be a wretch, or lazy, or inconsistent, or procrastinator, or just an all-around, we don't want to say it in front of the people we don't know who might be watching. But you understand what I'm saying, right? I want you to understand, not who you are today, but who is it you desire to be. Redefine who you are. Because in the healing, in the hurt, in the transformation, all you can think about is what somebody did to you, which is the past, which you can't go back to, which does not exist anymore. It is a memory that you keep living in. I read something that says forgiveness is to forget. How many of us grew up with, I will forgive you, but I'll never forget? That's not how you heal. You heal in the forgetting. If I can forgive you, that means I can forget what you did to me. How many of us as women, your man does something wretch or your woman does something crazy, but you be like, remember that last time you did that? I don't trust you. Because the last time you did that, and I remember the last time you did that, and every single time something goes wrong, you continue to bring up what somebody did to you. That's because you haven't forgotten, which means you haven't forgiven. Forgiveness takes practice, and that's where number 3 comes in. So you homework assignment, write down who you want to be. Redefine who you are. That's how the healing starts. But number 3, I want you to understand that this is work. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Oh, I know. You want some Prince Charmer to come in and just be this whole knight in shining thing, or somebody's supposed to lay $10,000 at your feet and all your financial worries are going away. Listen, nobody's going to give you $10,000 if you can't handle $10. You've got to be prepared. You've got to put in the work. Sis is giving you all this financial advice, but if you don't want to pay your bills on time, nobody's going to give you a new credit card. You've got to understand that this is going to take work every single day. Every single day. And the longer you do it, it's sort of like going to the gym. The first day you go to the gym, you're like, oh my God, there's like 8,000 machines in here, and I don't even know how these things work. But the more you go, the more you get familiar with the machines, the more you get familiar with the people, the more people show up and say, hey, let me show you how to work this machine. And then when new people come in, you're able to be a teacher to them. And that's how life goes. But if you're sitting here at the gym door talking about, I don't want to go in, I don't want to do the work, I just want to lose the weight. I just want to take these pills and all the weight falls off. No, even if you juice every day using a Jack LaLanne juicer, you still got to get up and do the juice. You still got to get up and do the 20-minute walk. You still got to go and eat the salad. You still got to go and have a healthy, balanced diet. You still have to do the work. When it comes to healing, you've got to do the work. It is a consistent play on your mind. You've got to manage your emotions. If somebody comes up to you who's done you wrong, and every time you see them you find anger, you find frustration, you find ill will, that is the spirit that is going to live within you. You are shutting off yourself by being negative, by being ugly, by being mean. Nobody prospers from that, and especially not you. So when you decide that this is what you want out of your life, you want to be healed. I am healed. I am not broken. And some people say, I am broken but beautiful. That's true. There's an ancient Japanese saying that when they find cracks in things, that they fill it with gold. Fill yourself with gold, absolutely. Wear your scars with a badge of honor, but don't live in the mess that created it. Because the longer you sleep in that pig slop, you're going to keep smelling like the pig slop that you're in, expecting miracles, expecting something wonderful to happen, and it's not going to happen. Nobody is coming to rescue you. You have to do the work for you. You have to do what's best for you. You have to take the time out to love you enough to heal. Meditation, proper diet, reading, educating your mind, getting strong in your heart. It takes time, it takes consistency, it takes showing up. That is healing. Nobody wants to tell you that because there's no pretty part about it. There's no pretty, all of a sudden you wake up one day, you go to bed, you cast all your burdens upon God and it's nice. No, because some of you do it every Sunday. You go to church every Sunday, you cast your burdens upon the altar, you say, Lord Jesus, Pastor, pray for me because I'm going through. And as soon as you get back into your seat, you're worrying about what's getting ready to happen. I'm just telling you, those are my 1, 2, 3 tips. If there's anything else that you need, I just want to let you know that I'm here for you. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you and meeting each and every one of you. I hope that you wrote this thing down. Don't forget your homework. This has been your intimate relationship coach, Nikeema Lee. I love you all.